Before we get to the rest of the show, I want to talk to you guys about a high school teacher who I'm obsessed with. One, I just love teachers. My mama was a teacher. And it's such a giving job. You're underpaid. It's just a really, really awesome vocation. When you see teachers, please hug them. They need a hug. Kids can be mean. Trust me, I have 4. Like wine. They're really sweet sometimes. But anyway, he found a way to relate to his students, and I thought it was amazing. James Callahan is a sociology teacher. You may not know his name, but you've probably seen his spreadsheet on the internet. It's a list of all the slang words his students use, along with their definitions. Here's the best part. I have a teenager who says words I don't know what they mean, like, all the time. Like, she said a word, and my sister and I were like, what? And she was like, well, it means tired. And I'm like, just say you're tired. Like, what's wrong with the word tired? I don't understand, but anyway. But Mr. Callahan was cool enough to come and be in our audience today. Come on, stand up, Mr. Callahan. Yeah. Thank you so much for being in my audience today. Why did you make that list?
I've always been interested in teenage slang because I've heard so much over the last 15 years. And I've told myself that I really have to start writing these down because the language changes from year to year.
New fake words arise.
Yeah, yes. And I wanted to have some kind of resource so that I could better understand my students, better understand how they communicate with each other, better understand how they communicate with me. And so 15 years later, I finally sat down and started compiling the list.
So what's your favorite one?
I think my all-time favorite is snack. Do you know snack?
I do know snack.
Okay.
I have seen many a snacks.
See, snack to me is a small amount of food that one would eat between meals.
A person who reads books and not magazines, yes.
Right, right. But yes. To the Generation Z, a snack is a person who is attractive or who looks good.
Like myself.
Yes, of course.
Since Mr. Callahan has picked up so many slang words over the years, I thought it would be fun to quiz the audience. So let's see if you guys can correctly guess what the words mean. But this is going to be a pop quiz. You're welcome. So if the camera lands on you, you have to answer. You have to leave. Okay? I'm just kidding. I just want you to play. All right, you ready? All right, go. Okay, what's your name?
Katrina Williams.
Katrina Williams, are you ready to play?
I am ready to play.
All right, all right. Katrina.
Yes.
What about Wig Snatched? You ever heard that one?
Oh, that means your hair is toe up.
Oh my God, I love you. Is that right, Mr. Callahan? Oh, no,
well,
I don't think
no,
so.
It's not right, unfortunately.
Oh my God, you got it wrong. Wait, what does it mean?
According to Gen Z, Wig Snatch is like having your mind blown or like experiencing an impressive feat.
Oh.
I had my wig snatched. My mind was blown.
It might be pretty impressive how bad the hair looked, though, so.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
A little flock of seagulls, a little nice, yeah. All right, well, you lost. Okay. I'm just kidding. I get competitive. All right, who's next? Who wants to play? All right, all right. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Megan Lemke.
Okay, your slang phrase is secure the bag. What do you think secure the bag means?
Get the money.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a drug cartel is a part of it. Yeah, it does sound interesting. Okay, Mr. Callahan, is that right?
That is correct.
Get the money! I feel like we should have a prize if you get it right, but it's a first season, so we don't have a little budget. So you get a round of applause. Thank y'all for playing, and Mr. Callahan, thank you so much for being here. And seriously, thank you for being a teacher. I really do appreciate it. I will not stop talking until you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right, and I can talk a lot. Seriously, not gonna stop. Yep, still here, not going anywhere. I see you. Don't walk away from this.